Well, here we are, Talbot Road. Works have begun. Got some piping of some sort, possibly drainage. Not an expert, so I don't know. Digging the road up here at the entrance to Mecca Bingo, which I don't think has its own road name, but it's opposite Elizabeth Street, and it looks like they're going to be laying this pipe into the road. Looks like someone's been along here with a circular saw to cut out the channel of the ditch that needs to be dug. Hopefully you can hear me because the wind is quite breezy at times. So going up to there for now. There's all these markings on the road. I'm not too sure what they mean. S7 F8. I know that means 300mm diameter. Is that what we're looking at there? They look like they could be 300mm diameter. And then this here is 225 diameter, so interesting. And then there's a 0.65 of something there. We have some traffic that seems to be a bit confused. Let's see what's different down here, because a few days ago there was just a closed gate over here. There's nothing in here. It was an empty site, and it is adjacent to Northern Rail land, so therefore special precautions and special exceptions need to be made when doing things on site. Now, this is a big development because we've now got CCTV, we've now got generators, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy plant machinery vehicles on site. There's what looks like a separate pedestrianised walkway, which for some reason has an entrance here. And another entrance up there, and then carries on down to the bottom for some reason or other. Don't know of any way out the bottom, so I don't know what's going to happen there. We can then see, oh perfect, we can then see some more of the piping in the distance. Let me see if I can zoom in. Some more of that brown piping over there, and some what looks like concrete piping or concrete tunnelling. Don't know the correct terminology for it, but that is the kind of stuff that I am pretty sure they use for sort of storm drains and sewerage. So that sort of signifies that they're going to be laying an extension to the existing sewage network round here, with quite an extensive subsystem to come off it, which makes sense because, you know, if you look at the area around here, this is below the rest of the land. They're going to need some good drainage, especially if they start putting weight in here. So this is going to be the Phase 5 of the Talbot Gateway development, which is the construction of a 6-storey building, which will be offices of which the plans that have been published on Blackpool Council website have the internal layout redacted. And we have some kind of strange thing going on here. What's this? Is this like a little sample? A sample of different brick types. Wonder why that's there. Has it not already been stipulated in the plans? Interesting. Let's go around and look at it from a different angle. So back on the main road then. 4 porta cabins. So they brought this in pretty quick. I imagine it was all done in one day or one night. But yeah, here are... So that's interesting. So there's ladders on these. Maybe these are just hatches. Maybe these are tunnels that go down.
Yeah, there seem to be like caps there with holding.
Yeah. So they're the lids for them, which will have manhole covers on. And then you'll go down into that shaft, which will take you down to Paradise City. It'll take you down to it'll be like a drain hub, I'm guessing. I don't know how deep it'll go. I mean, there's a fair bit of it here. What we're looking there, is that a metre? 1.2 metres maybe? Maybe 1.5. These sections are wider and not as tall. I don't know what's going on, clearly. But what I do know is that there's some significant infrastructure being put into place there. And then there's some really small pipes there, which I can imagine being connected to like car park drainage or, you know, a minor drain subsystem. Again, I have zero idea what I'm talking about, but it's all open for speculation. And there's something else over there, rolls of something that are wrapped up. I wonder what they're for. Several excavators, or whatever you want to call them. And that's another question. What about all this existing brickwork with the disabled ramp and this existing wall, which sort of covers the whole exterior? Is that going to be kept, or is that going to be changed? Is that going to be demolished? Is it going to be renewed? Look at the state of it, it's not good. That surely cannot be fit for purpose. It's obviously not dangerous enough for them to have had to demolish it yet, but as part of a new development you can't be having stuff like that, surely. Wow, huge piles of rubble and land that weren't there before, and you can just about see where they've dug a trench over there, pretty big one, just down by the walkway. So they're excavating already, and that seems to be possibly where they're wanting to lay some pipes. I don't know, exterior perimeter walls or drainage before they lay some foundations or drive some piles in for the building footprint. Not too sure. I mean, it doesn't look like this is day one. This is a Sunday, so they've probably not been doing anything today, but I would say Friday and Thursday may have been day one and day two of action here. But this is day one of checking it out. So see you for day 2.